different perspectives. Moving on, I don't need to go on too much. So naturally, I wanted to read more dystopians because I read two and I loved them. So a lot of people suggested Fahrenheit 451, written by American writer Ray Bradbury. And you see here on the back, Ray Bradbury's gift for storytelling reshaped our culture and expanded our world. Barack Obama. I hated this book. Comparing this book to Brave New World, it makes this seem so shallow and so petty. I'll try my best to explain why I didn't like this book, because I know a lot of people love this book. And I know a lot of you probably have read this book because, ironically, your teacher told you to read this book. I bet you that's the case. And the irony of that is that it probably will turn people off reading books, because it's not an interesting story. But it carries a very important message. So teachers want kids to understand this message about why literature is important, but it's just going to turn them off. That's how I imagine it. Anyway, I need to explain what the book is about. Sorry. It's about Guy Montag, who's a firefighter. Sorry, he's a fireman. But he doesn't extinguish fires. Get this? He burns books. Burning books. Guys, burning books is bad. Obviously, that's an important message, but I just found it to be told in a very shallow and uninteresting manner. The meaning was the story, not the story itself, which I found to be kind of annoying. I didn't care about Guy, the firefighter. I didn't care what happened to him, and it just made it not really interesting. I read that apparently this book was written in a few days, or maybe it was a month, and you can tell. Compared its writing style to Huxley, this is a joke. I felt like, since it didn't really have a story, I'm just reading Ray Bradbury's ideas and his fears directly, and it just came across as kind of petty and anti-innovation. He's feared that we're going to listen to the radio while doing other things, and he makes a good point, actually, now I think about it, about how we want to consume media so quickly now. That I did resonate to, and he sort of goes over the top with it. He seems like the kind of person that will tell you don't spend too much time in the front of the TV because your eyes will become... How I understood the writer. Because of that, I can't give this book too high of a rating. I will give it a 2 out of 5. I don't really understand its praise, and I would not recommend this book. I would much rather recommend a book like this or 1984. Next book! So I asked Marcia what her favorite book was. It's The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Another fine piece of literature, and I understand exactly why Marcia loved this book. It has a meaningful story with sort of horror elements to it, and I think that hits. That's just what Marcia would be. Character, which name is Lord Henry. I don't want to get too much into each character, but basically Henry gets really infatuated by this picture of Dorian. It's such a beautiful picture that he painted, that Basil painted, and Dorian himself really adores his painting. Everyone loves his painting, but it's between them that it's been painted. Dorian. It's just this incredibly beautiful man. He's the perfect being. It's described as, and he's in a high social caste. He's well regarded. He's rich, and he has it all. Basically, he has everything you could possibly want. But he realizes that he's not going to have this youth, this beautiful face forever. So he sort of wishes that he could have it forever. He wishes that he could look this young as this picture and as beautiful as the picture forever, and that becomes his curse. Because he doesn't age at all, and instead the picture becomes a reflection of his soul. Lord Henry, I would describe as, he's older than Dorian. He's lived a fuller life than him, and he has experience, and I think he looks